God bless everybody today. Uh, just want to say, thank everybody uh, for their well wishes to me and my family on our vacation. Um, I just thank God for the opportunity for getting to go to Los Angeles to see my family. And anyways, we decided to not have the service and at the physical building, and but still still have church, and when we decided to do this, it came into question. It was a question in our mind as far as you know are we doing the right thing, closing the church down and then for a week, and then just having a service online, and then just go online and on Sunday, casually, whenever you want, with your cup of coffee and your breakfast, and hear the sermon, and I had a little feeling of guilt, like about doing that, like, wow, Lord, am I failing you in some way by closing down the church for a week and going on vacation? I kind of feel bad, you know, and that's how we came up with today's title, which is "Did Jesus Take a Break?" And it's a question that was you know presented to me, I guess by God. He's when I told him that, and then he came back at me with that. Did Jesus take a break? You're taking a break. Did Jesus take a break when he was here on this earth? And he answered my question. So I hope today's message will answer your questions and set you at ease. And I believe truly a lot about when Jesus was here on this earth, and all the words that he spoke, and especially the Gospels. They're amazing. Jesus' words, in red. It's just amazing. And he told us, my yoke is light. That yoke that you have on you, I don't know where it came from, but my yoke is light. And that's Jesus' words exactly. And I'm going to start off with something that I wrote down. It says, we always worry that we are going to miss out on something, or that we are taking a break from God. When we take a vacation or get some rest, or whatever the case may be. Like separate yourselves from something that's going on from church, or for a little bit, just to take a break. We worry. We worry about that. And I'm going to take you first to the book of Deuteronomy. It's in Deuteronomy 11, and it's the second verse. And the word of the Lord reads, "Remember today that your children were not the ones who saw and experienced the discipline of the Lord your God, His majesty, His mighty hand, His outstretched arm." And before I go on with that, I'm going to go to the book of John 5, and it's verse 12. And here it says, so they, no, it's, no, John 5:17. Here it says, Jesus said to them, "My Father is always at His work to this very day, and I too am working." We worry, we tend to forget, that God's the one who's always at work. Thank God we have the Holy Spirit, the helper who He left for us to help us, and God's work always continues. God knows what's in our heart. God knows the passion you have for Him, the dedication, the commitment that you have for Him. Just because you take a little break and take care of things that are going on here on this earth doesn't mean that you're not with God. God, it's very clear. You know, I'll read it again. You know, John 5:17. Jesus said to them, "My Father is always at His work to this very day, and I too am working." Jesus said it. His Father and Him, they're always at work. Whether you take a break, whether you take a vacation, um, everything still keeps going. Everything doesn't depend on us. Everything, we depend on God. So if God is the one who's in control, if we take a step back, God is still in motion, continuing to do His thing, do His work. I'm going to take you again quickly to the book of Psalm 46:3. I'm sorry, I'm taking my glasses off, but the reflection, I see it on the screen. That's why I keep taking it off. Psalm 46:3. But I can't read without it anyway, so. Psalm 46:3. Well, I'm going to read, let's read from the first verse. Psalm 46:1-3. The word of the Lord reads, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way, and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging." You could have whatever going around you, but God's still always at work, and I think that's one of the things that we tend to forget, that God is in control. He's the one who's always working and making sure that we are good, and we depend on Him. If we depend on Him, He's the one in control. He's the one who's always there. He's the one who always has. He's the one who always has to worry. Not us. He can take it. And I think God realizes, and I learned this more, through the Gospels, that God realizes that us in our flesh, in our human form, we can only take but so much, and if you got to take a break, it's okay. It's okay, and I feel honestly, deeply, that God is the one bringing this to me about, it's okay. Close the church down for a week. Put the sermon on YouTube. They'll be fine. I'm going to continue my work in them, in Ezekiel37ministry, and do what has to be done. Okay. I'm going to go to. Well, I wrote this down. Like I said, I was going through the Gospels and thinking about Jesus' time here on earth, and when did He take a break? And I came up with three scenarios where He actually did, and the first one is Jesus took a break to reflect. I'm going to go to the book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 42. And it reads, "At daybreak, Jesus went out to a solitary place. The people were looking for Him, and when they came to where He was, they tried to keep Him from leaving them." Okay? This was, Him, he had just, finished, driving out demons and doing all this other stuff, and his mind was full of all this stuff. So he just needed like a moment for himself to reflect. Let me go to the book of Matthew first before I keep going on this. So the book of Matthew, and I'm going to go to chapter 4, verse 13. Matthew 4:13.